فليعلم العالم أننا شيعة مولاي أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب. فليسمع العالم أننا بريئون من كل من لم يواليك يا علي يا علي يا علي يا علي.
علي 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 يا مولاي. علي 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 يا مولاي.
How we control our nerves, how we control our inner shaitan, how we comes out from ghifla, from jihala, from ignorance. Imam says, O woman, every time when you go out of your home, out of the door, when you go, for 1 second, for 1 minute, think about it. Today you are going out from this house by your feet. There is nobody is giving you hand. You are, alhamdulillah, healthy person. You are today alive. You are going by yourself or by your feet. But think about that day. The day will come that from this house the people will took your body. Your janaza, your dead body. Today you are going by your feet. Every time when we are leaving our houses, you heard about one person, he was woman in New York, he was doctor, 2 or 3 days before. He just came out from his office, he reached his home, the accident, and he died at the point. These things are happening. Every time you comes out, you went from your house, this suggestion of Imam. Think for 1 second, today I am going from this house by my feet, by myself. But the day will come, the people will take from this house. They will bring me from here to graveyard. And Imam said, when you return back 1 time, 2 times, 3 times in your house, then again think, now I am entering in this house. This house is temporary. But what about the grave when I will enter in the grave? These are all sins and all bad habits which we are doing and we are involved. For what? Because we ignorant. We forget our grave, we forget our days, we forget everything. When we are busy in this world, we are thinking we can here forever. There is no death for us. When we are watching TV, when we are busy in other lusts of the world, we forget everything. We are thinking we can here forever. But the suggestion of Imam, this thing protects you from all sins. Usikum, Imam Ali, as in say, Usikum, this is the will of Ali, بِكَثْرَةِ ذِكْرِ الْمَوْتِ. This is the will of Ali to the all mu'mineen. Remind yourselves, remind everyone about the death, because this remind will only protect you from the sin. This remind only protect you from the shaitanic attack. You know about the Dhul-Qarnayn. He occupied the whole world. Hazrat Dhul-Qarnayn, he was the king of the whole world. He reached at the one city, and this city was amazing for this great man. He saw in the night, he reached there in the night, the all shops were opened. It was night. There was no caretaker, there was no policeman, whole big bazaar, whole big shopping center with the gold, with the other diamonds. Every shop was open. There was no caretaker, there was no police, there was no law. This was first amazing find for him. And when in the day he saw there is no police station in this city. This was second amazing point. The third point, there was no jail and there was no court and judge or qazi in this city. These all things were amazing for Hazrat Dhul-Qarnayn. Then he said, please bring some intelligent people and old people from this city. I want to talk with them. And when Hazrat Zulkarnain, he went, he saw the graves. All graves were in opposite direction to the houses. There were no separate graveyard in that city. Every grave in the front of the house. And when he saw the grave, the age was only 35 and 40 or 20. All people were young. This was most amazing point. Then he called meeting from the city. The people came. He said, what? And in 1-2 days he saw the people of the city are very humble to each other. They love to each other. They help each other. This was an amazing point. They are living with each other as brothers. If some person in need, they all rush to help him. So first point, he asked, how there is love, how there is unity between you. This is amazing for me. The people of this city, they say, this is not amazing. This is the human character. If we fight with each other, this is animalistic character. This should be amazing. This is the human character, to love each other, to help with each other, to help in all things. He said, okay, but there is, in the night when I saw there is no caretaker, there is no policeman, all your shops are open. What? This is new thing for me. There is no cheating, there is no other disturbance. There is no Alhamdulillah. In our city, you can't find this type of thing. Nobody can steal things from any shop. He said, another thing, there is no jail. It means there is no crime in this city. They say, Alhamdulillah. There is no crime in our city. There is no judge, there is no police. They say, no. Why? How it is possible? They all reply, these all questions which you want to know, the answer is in our house. Please come. It is our invitation. Come and see in our house that how can we control ourselves, how we control our feelings, how we are brother with each other, how this thing is happening in our city. If you want the answer, come and see and watch our houses. It's okay. The Hazrat Zulkarnain went. When he entered in that house, suddenly he saw the new grave was digged there. There was in front of the door, fresh grave was waiting for one person. He said, what is this? They said, this is my grave. The person, he said, this is my grave. I dig it. I prepared it. For what? Because when I'm leaving the house, I watch my place. I see my grave, and this is the reminder to my nafs, oh my nafs, don't be wrong with any person. Don't steal anything. This is your place. You will be finished here one day. Don't abuse. Don't do backbiting. Don't harm. And when I return back, then again I saw, this is my place. So Hazrat Zulkarnain, this is the secret of our society. How we clean all things from our society. In every house you can see the grave is ready. That's why we are ignorant people. As Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said those people are from Ghafileen. As this hadith I told you last year also, that Prophet said those people are Ghafileen. If their kafan is not ready in their home, they are from Ghafileen. And who are the ghafilin? Quran says, when the people which are burning in the hail, in Jahannam, when they ask from the Jahannami people, why you are in Jahannam? They say, because we were ghafilin, we were ignorant people in the world. And Prophet explained, if your kafan is not with you, you count yourself in ghafilin. Now in our houses you can find everything, VCR, TV, all luxury things. But which thing is excess? Kafan. When we will die, where is kafan? Run and buy the kafan from bazaar. But before, we are not ready. To see the kafan is ibadah. Before the namaz Isha, there is hadith. If before the namaz Isha you saw that you are kafan, to see, to look and pray, oh my God, this kafan, you give me this kafan with peace in my grave, because there are many people, their kafan will be changed with the kafan of the fire. Sarabil al-Qatran, as we recite in Dua Iftitah, this is the libas, this is the clothes for the Jahannami people. Sarabil al-Qatran, the fire clothes. Watch and look daily to your kafan. And even the amama of the kafan is mustahil to wear that amama and recite namaz, tahajjud. If there is woman, she takes the makna, which is the part of mustahil of the kafan, and wear it and recite midnight prayer. What is the philosophy of the midnight prayer? Midnight prayer. When you start pray, think yourself you are alone in your grave. Why it is in midnight? This is the philosophy. Midnight prayer, namaz, tahajjud, and you stand up, thinking yourself you are alone with your God. There is no one now. Everyone is sleeping. And kira and read and talk with your Allah. Oh my God, forgive my sins. This is the philosophy. You have to think about the grave. So namaz al-tahajjud is also for the night of the grave. Salatul Layl is for the Laylatul Qadr. And Laylatul Qadr is also for the Laylatul Qadr. This Laylatul Qadr, whole night prayer, for what? And then again, these all things Hazrat Zul-Karnain asked from them, why the grave are in front of your houses and their ages are only 35 and 40. All of the young, they say mine. They say, oh, we don't say lie in our life, also don't say lie after our life. So what is the meaning of this sentence? He said, because, for example, one person, his age is 60 years, we put 30 years. Because half of his life is in sleeping. He sleeps and he was child, so we counted 30. It's true. What is our life? If you count in this way, it's nothing. Time is nothing. We have to get something. So inshallah, tomorrow is Laylatul Qadr, and it is continued, no one knows. These all nights, maybe from these all nights, there is one night Laylatul Qadr. We have to prepare ourselves for the Laylatul Qadr, for the night of the Qadr. This all night on preparation, this all night to protect ourselves from the punishment, as Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam, he give us the advice, say this dua, say this dua. How Imam say, oh my Allah, protect me from those snakes of the grave which are waiting for the sinner person. I'm sinner person. Everyone who has done the thing, he has to cry and recite this dua. Oh my Allah, protect me from those snakes of the grave. They are opening their mouth and they are waiting for the sinner person. This Laylatul Qadr is the great blessing. This month of Ramadan is great blessing. We don't know the next year we will be alive or not. Next year we can get the Laylatul Qadr or not. Every time in the Anzalna fi Laylatul Qadr, it is a reminder for what? Laylatul Qadr. And Laylatul Qadr is for what? For Laylatul Qadr. For the dream of the night. This is the best chance. As Molana told you, memorize, remind your sins, and say Astaghfirullah, because the fire of the hail, if you put the water of the 7 seas on the fire of the hail, it will not destroy, it will not cool, but one your tear, if one tear comes out from your eye, it will sufficient to cool this fire. Only your one tear. Try to make a habit crying and weeping in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because your one tear is the valuable. Your one tear is very costly. We don't know the value of this one tear, but after the death, we know what is the value of this one tear. In dua, in salat, in sajda, try to cry, try to weep. And this weeping is the base protecting from all punishment. Sallu ala Nabi. In last discussion we were discussing about the ghiba. Al-ghibatu ashaddu min al-zina. Allah protect all of us from this crime, this terrible crime. This crime, as you heard, is the worst than zina, than adultery. But we people ignore it. We jahil. إِنَّهُ كَانَ ظَلُومًا جَهُولًا. We are zalum. We are zalim. We are jahil. We don't know how much harmful this action is. The person who is doing the riba, please, he has to think. He has to think. He must think about it. If I am doing the riba of any person, what is benefit I am getting? Is there any benefit? Is there any money? Nothing. And what I am losing everyone. I am losing everything. I am getting the punishment. Even there is hadith. If you are praying, you are fasting, and then you are doing the riba, if you went for the hajj, you spend your money. You are the person in debt, too much hot places. You went. You have done your struggle. You spend your time. You spend your money. And if at the time of the Hajj, even after it, if you are involved in the riba of this person, and this person is sitting in Houston, and you are in Makkah, in the front of the house of Allah, and you start the riba, all thawab and reward of Hajj, Allah will give this person who is sitting in Houston and you are giving his riba. You are doing his riba. Your all good deeds will go there, and that person's bad deeds will come in your account. So what is the benefit in riba? This is the worst sin. There is no lust in this earth. There are some sins with the lust, with the taste. And the riba, there is no taste. There is no lust. This is only jihad. We have to protect ourselves. Ayatullah Mazahiri is the great alim of the Ummah. He has written in his book that I was 30 years with Imam Khomeini and also with Marhum Ayatullah Allama Tabatabai. He said, I was with them 30 years, but I never heard riba, any word of riba, a related word with the riba from these two great personalities. Never heard. 30 years. He said, I was with them. With Imam Khomeini and Allah Ta'ala. I never heard. Even the riba, even the sign Shubha riba, even I haven't heard the small sign of the riba. And then he said, there was one day in Masjid, Imam Khomeini came. Usually he gives his lecture, but in that time we feared because Imam Khomeini was too much saved. We haven't seen him in this phase. And he went on the member and he said, look, today I'm not giving any lecture. Today I'm not giving any speech. I'm giving you only one thing. I'm only saying with you one word. If you don't want Iman, if you don't want religion, if you don't want taqwa, if you don't want Islam, please don't destroy your face on the day of judgment. If you want nothing, if you don't want Iman, if you don't want Islam, if you don't want taqwa, don't change your face in the face of the dog of the hail. Because the person who is doing riba on the day of judgment, he will enter in the face of dog. And Imam stopped his speech and he went. And 3 days Imam was sick. He was suffering in the fever. And when we asked what happened with Imam, he was sick 3 days. There was no lecture. Then people heard that Imam had the riba. When his student was doing riba against one mujtahid. This thing Imam was not doing. He only had. And this thing hurt him. Because this is a sign of Iman. We haven't Iman. We are doing sin and there is no trouble inside. There is no pain. Imam Khomeini, he saw another person sin and he becomes sick for 3 days. This is the real Iman. And we are doing sin and we are laughing. We are doing riba and we are laughing. This is a sign of kufr and ignorance. Because to listen to riba is also haram. Today we are coming on this point, Salwa and Nabi. Many times we are saying, don't do riba, don't do riba. We are involved in riba. We are involved in riba. Every time, the majority of the people on the day of judgment, they will enter the Jahannam because of their tongue. This is the hadith of Allah. And if you protect yourself from tongue, it means you protect your whole Iman. You protect your whole Islam. And ulama, they count more than 100 sins which are related to this tongue. 100 sins done by this small organ. This is the what organ if it is out of control. Really, this one when the Prophet said about the sins of the tongue, there were some ashab, they put a stone, every time they put a stone in their mouth. And before talking, they think about it. It is halal, it is haram, it is mustahib, it is makruh, because our all action of the people, they are haram or they are halal. Either wajib, either makruh or mustahib. So these Muslims, the followers, the real followers of the Prophet, they put the stone in their mouth. How can they control it? So before the talking, they were thinking about it. These words which we are saying, they are halal or not, makruh or not, haram or not. Then they take out the stone and they say something. Really, very dangerous thing. This time, it's very difficult to control and dissemble organ. So another point to listen, sin, to listen this ghiba, this sin of the ghiba is also haram. And there is hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If you are in the one place and there is a meeting and one person is told the ghiba of another person, it is wajib upon you. Protect and reject ghiba. If you reject it, what is the reward? فَرَدَّهَا أَنْهُ رَدَّ اللَّهُ أَنْهُ الْفَبَابِ مِنَ الشَّرِّ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. If you protect, if you reject the ghiba of the Muslim and mu'min, Allah will protect you in this world and also akhirah from 1,000 troubles, 1,000 adab, 1,000 shar. This is the reward. If there is ghiba and some person is doing ghiba, please, it is your duty. Say, please don't say ghiba. In the good way, in the best way, protect that moment. And if you are not protecting and you are listening and you are also involved, because you are listening, you are involved, then your sin is more than the person who is saying the ghiba. Your sin is 70 times more. Sab'ina mara. Your sin is 70 times more. Now what? I'm not doing the ghiba. I'm not saying anything, but I'm listening. What this hadith is giving the order? If I'm listening the ghiba, then my sin is more than the person who is doing the ghiba. What? There is some reason which I'm going to tell you tonight. What is the reason? Person who is doing sin, the ghiba, and the person he is listening, his sin is more, higher, 70 times. Why? The first point here that Islam orders us about Amr bil Ma'ruf wa Nahy anil Munkar. Because when I am listening, the ghiba is not only one thing that I am listening ghiba. The second thing, I am not doing Amr bil Ma'ruf. Amr bil Ma'ruf means it's my duty to tell another person this is not good thing, do good things. And Nahy anil Munkar, if he is doing sin, it's my duty, please don't do this sin. Because the second sin, which I am doing, he is doing the only sin of ghiba, I am doing two sins. One sin is listening of the ghiba, another sin I am not doing the Amr bil Ma'ruf. And what is the third sin I am doing? Third sin is very big. Why not I am doing Amr bil Ma'ruf? Because I am thinking he is my friend, he is my good friend, he is giving me respect. If I will say him something, he will be angry with me. Is it true or not? Sometimes we are keep quiet for what? This is the reason. He is giving me respect. He invites me. Now if I say him, please don't do ghiba, then his and my relation will be weaker. He will be angry with me. This sin is more higher. Why? Because here I want his relationship, I want his friendship, I don't want to him angry. Doesn't matter that Allah will angry with me. This is the sin of shirk, which the person who is listening the ghiba, he is doing the shirk. Inna shirka la zulmun adhim. The person who is doing ghiba, it is one sin. And the person who is listening, he is doing one sin. He is doing shirk. Why not his saying to him, please don't do ghiba of Muslim and Muslim? Only reason because he don't want to destroy his friendship. And he is not thinking about the friendship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about his order, about his respect. He is giving the respect that God, but he is not giving the respect to Allah and his order. This is the shirk, because this is the boast of Iman, it's the weakness of his Iman. That's why the Shirk al-Zulmul Aziz. There's a person who is listening, riba, he is doing more sin. And another thing, fourth thing, if we lose this there, then what will happen? Whole society, Islamic society will be corrupted. And this is the major trouble in this day. Because we lose this there to say them right thing, to say them haq, and protect them against evil. No, we haven't the dare to say another person. And when we are me, are you, we lose this there. What is the harm? It is not harm for only me or you, it is a harm for whole society. Then whole society will be corrupted if we start listening the riba. That's why today people are thinking that riba is not gunah kabira, it is not the big sin, it is very small sin. Why? Because there is no there. If in the masjid one person he bring the wine and he starts drinking, can you give him permission? Why? Because it is ambiguous. Why? Because it is not possible in our society. Drinking wine is a great sin. And even we fight with him. We don't allow him. Don't allow him that he will drink here. But the sin of riba is the same as the person is drinking. The both are the same. But we are listening easily. The person is doing riba in masjid. Is it true? Why? Because the dare to say the people don't do this sin, this becomes finished. So this is the result. The same way, if one day the one person he bring his wine in his pocket and he pray and you don't say anything, then second time he starts to drink and another time another person he become there, he also become brave to drink here. And then everyone drinks in the mosque. But why? Because this value you protect. That's why there is no dare to anyone to drink in mosque. But everyone has dared to do riba. Why? Because we are not saying anything against riba. So we are also involved in this sin. So listening is the riba is more big sin to say riba. But when you say don't do riba in the best way, not in the front of all, for example, one person is doing riba and there are 4, 5, 6 groups. Don't say in the other presence, say please come here, I want to tell you something. And go outside and say him with good manner, please this is haram, don't do riba. But in the front of others, maybe it will be insult for him. No, in the best way teach him. So this is our duty. Inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and iman. Then we protect ourselves from all these sins. Allah give us the taqwa.